Hey everybody, this is Wesley. Thanks for joining the map reading refresher. Want to give show my appreciation to Voice Brigade for providing these resources they're going to use for today's revision on using and setting map. Alright, so we're going to be issued the 1:50,000 maps. Okay, what does that mean? Well, 1 cm on the map basically represents 50,000 cm on the ground. That's not very useful, but if you can think about it, it basically means that 1 cm represents half a kilometer, which means that the 2 cm square that you see on your map equals to 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer square. Alright, so without further ado, the most important part that you do for reading maps is to understand how to write down and read your map grid references, or MGR. Okay, so consider you want to find the MGR of spot A, which you see on the map over here. So you basically look at the bottom left of the square where your coordinate A is looked at, and then you try to figure out. In this case, you look at the bottom left of that A, and then you shoot it to the top. You see the number 52. All right, that is called the easting. So the easting for A is 52, and from that the bottom left dot, and you shoot it to the left side, you get number 14, and that's called the northing. So we always read eastings first and northing. So that's why we can say that point A is in square 5214. Alright, but if you want to know the exact MGR of point A, alright, you actually have to divide your square into tens. Okay, so in this case, you can use a ruler to measure, or you can estimate. Of course, I would say it's important to use a ruler or compass you can have. And in this case, if you find that A is about 70% of the whole square, so you get 527. And similarly, if A is about 80% all the way between 14 and 15 in the northings, so you get the number 8. So therefore, the MGR of point A in the six-figure grid reference is 527148. All right. So that's about the map. The another important part is how you actually can compare the map that you have to the ground that you see in front of you, especially when you're out in the field. So you use the actually before that, you need to remind yourself what are the parts of the compass. There's a whole lot, but I think the most important part to know for your compass is actually the magnetic needle, right? All right, and for the compass needle, just remind you, right, the red usually represents the north and the black represents the south. Okay, some may have red and white, and in case the red always represents the north. Okay, so basically what you have in order to set the map, you do need your compass, and you do your map. You need to put your map horizontally. Okay, you can hold it in the palm of your hand, or the flat surface, and then you basically put your compass on it. All right, so obviously the rate of the compass needle is not going to automatically point to the north of the map, and in this case the map is unset. So what we need to do next is actually we need to actually put the compass, okay, on the grid north. Okay, so you align the compass north-south edge with the map's north-south edge. Okay, and then you turn the map until the grid north and the magnetic north are both aligned. So that means the magnet's north as well as the map's north are pointing in the same direction. Okay, like it is so. Alright, so when that happens, we say that the map has been set. Alright, so today in summary, you've learned basically how to find and describe an area using a four-figure grid square. You actually learn to identify the MGR of location in the six figures, and you also learn how to set a map using a compass. Well done, I think you're all ready for your topo.